I'm here! Hello! I'm tangled up as well. I've really tangled up on my wires here. Okay, don't matter. Hi Alec, how are you, my friend? The stream's audio bitrate is lower than recommended. Okay, that doesn't sound very good, does it? Is it working? Hello, hello, hello? I'm here! Hello! Okay, yeah, it is working, okay. Okay. Right. How you doing, Alec? Oh, there's nobody here, apparently. Okay. We'll give it a few moments then. Let some people actually come in and see me. Let me get a share on Twitter. Okay, tweet that bad boy out. Right. Cool. Okay, you can hear me now. There's a big delay on my voice and actually it coming through to you guys, I think. I think so anyway. Oh, do you know what we're doing then, Alec, by the way? We're doing a tag team tournament where all the teams are father and son. But they could be like father and son as in in-laws as well, so it's not just father and son as in, yeah, this is father and son, it's father and husband of daughter. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. I was hoping more people might join, to be honest. There's only one person so far, and we're 6 minutes in. I don't know if it's a bit early for people like Omega and stuff like that, maybe. I'm not sure. It's a bit early in the day for them. Or New Gen and people like that. But well, I'll tell you what we could do. We could do the draw now. Let me get my pen and paper. Because instead of me deciding who's going to go where, we're going to draw it out at random. I'm sure I had a pen a second ago. Where's that gone? Oh, there's a pen. Okay, I got myself a pen. Right. Got myself a beer. Lovely jubbly. Now let's see if I can get this to work. Right, so if I do this, and then this, and then this. So you should be able to see the wheel now, I think. Let me just double check to make sure that's working. Where's the full screen mode? There we go. Da 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 da. The wheel. Okay. So round one. Let's see if this is working. There you go. There we go. There we go. Okay. Right, so these are this 32 teams we have available. So what we're going to do is going to do 16 matches tonight, and that'll be all 16 first-round matches. And then over the weekend, we'll do the last 16 matches, which will be basically second round, third round, semis, and final. So I did have to change it a little bit, actually, because there was a few people that people on Discord suggested that I just could not get a hold of. So there's a few on here that I had to just put together myself, just to actually make it work. But let's spin the wheel and get team number one. Team number one is going to be... Okay. We're starting things off with Billy and Austin Gunn. So Billy and Austin Gunn. And they are going to go up against in round one. They're going up against Rey and Dominic Mysterio. Rey and Dominic. Okay. Remove them. So next up, we're going to have our second first round match. We got Brian, Danielson and Johnny Ace. And they're going to go up against the team of... Oh, this is an interesting one. This is all the last minute ones that I put on there. We've got Eddie Guerrero and Aidan English. Bit of a weird one, I know, but it does fit. Aidan English is married to Eddie Guerrero's daughter. Right, match number 3. You've got Andrade and Ric Flair. Of course, Andrade married... I don't know if he's actually married or not, but he's going out with Charlotte Flair. And their first round match is going to be up against... Oh, that's a big one, isn't it? Oh, it just dropped into Bobby, Eaton, and Bill Dundee. So next up, match number 4 in round 1. We're going to have Davey and Junior going up against the team of... It's Kerry and Fritz Von Erich. Okay, next up then, the 5th match of round 1 is going to be... It is LA Park and Son. And they're going to go up against... Who are they going to get? They're going to have... Curtis Axel and Mr. Perfect. Okay, Axel and Mr. Perfect. Okay. Match number 6 in round 1 is going to be the team of Road Dogg and Bob Armstrong. Bob Armstrong. And they're going up against the team of... Is it Pillman and Pillman? Yep. So Pillman and Junior. Next up then we have got, in the next match, Kevin and Ross Von Erich. The second Von Erich team in here. And they're going to be going up against Ted DiBiase and Jr. The $1 Million Man. Right, next up, we will have Gerald and Wes Briscoe. And they're going up against the team of Jim Neidhart and Tyson Kidd. Okay, next up, we're going to have El Santo and Son. Going up against... Go on, go into the next one. No, Chris and David Benoit. Chris and David Benoit. I want it to be the Dos Caras one, because then you would have had the two like historic ones together. Well, this is Dos Caras. So Dos Caras and Del Rio will be going up against the team of... Ooh. Seeker and Roman Reigns. Nice. So we're coming down to the last few matches now. So we're going to have Tully and Daga. If they get Arn and Brock. If they get Arn Anderson and Brock, that'd be amazing. No, they're going to get Randy and Cowboy Bob Orton, though. Randy and Bob Orton. Next up, we're going to have the team of Brock and Arn. Arn and Brock Anderson going up against the team of Jerry Lawler and Brian Christopher. And Sexay. Okay. And the last, is this 3 matches now, I think, by the looks of it? Yeah, there's 6 more, or is it 8 matches? It's 8 matches, okay. So Bray and IRS is going to go up against the team of... Is that going to be Taz and Hook? It is Taz and Hook. There's still quite a few big names left on this wheel, actually. Dusty and Dustin. They're going to be going up against... Ooh. Haku and Tama Tonga. Down to the final 4. We've got the Tonga Kid and Jacob Fatu. They're going to get Rikishi, do you think? If they get Rikishi and Jey Uso, keeping it in the family. No, they're going to get The Rock and Rocky Johnson. Oh my god. Okay, Rock and Rocky. Which means, let's just double check for the end. Which means we're going to have Rick Steiner and Bron Breakker, or Bron Breakker, however you pronounce it, going up against Rikishi and Jey Uso. Boom! There you go, the draw is done. Yeah, we did it! We succeeded! Okay. Let's take that away now. Okay. Right, so that is done and dusted. We've got the draw sorted now. So now we can start putting it together and start running through the matches. There's my pen. It was underneath my piece of paper all along. Okay. Everyone's already downloaded, so it's just a case now of just setting them up and going for it. So, what am I doing here? I've got... so it's Tag Team Tornado, because it's the only one that works. And we've got, starting things off with Austin Gunn and Billy Gunn. I'm a little bit annoyed that Austin Gunn is an 85 rated player, but it is what it is. Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio. Okay. That's number 1 down. Be interesting to see who comes out on top of this. Whoever does come out on top of this will get an opportunity at the Tag Team Championships in the future. Yeah, as you do. Right, next up then we've got Bryan Danielson and Johnny Ace. Hi, Omega. Johnny Ace is 63 rated. Really? Well, it is what it is. I can't be bothered to go through and change them all, to be honest. So, it is what it is. Aidan English and... I had to change some of the names around, by the way, Omega, because I couldn't get some of the cores. So you haven't missed much. I'll go through the... I don't know if you've just seen the draw or not. We just did the draw a minute ago. And this one... This is a big match, this one, actually. Andrade Cien Almas. And... Ric Flair. We'll go with long hair Flair, why not? And they're going up against the team of beautiful Bobby Eaton and Bill Dundee. Boom. There goes the first 3 matches. So the first 3 matches, just to double check if everyone's happy. We have got Billy and Austin Gunn versus Dominic and Rey Mysterio. Bryan Danielson and Johnny Ace going up against Aidan English and Eddie Guerrero. And we have got Andrade Cien Almas and Ric Flair going up against beautiful Bobby Eaton and Bill Dundee. Right, let's crack on. We're doing 16. We're doing all 16 first round matches today, by the way, Omega. The link's in the description if you want to see the teams that we've got. I just need to now move them in to the next page, don't I, really? But there we go. Billy and Austin versus Rey and Dominic. Danielson and Ace. Yeah, so I had to change a few people around just because I couldn't get a hold of a few. But hopefully I've got enough people to keep people happy. Andrade and Ric Flair. Go in there. Danielson and Johnny Ace. Into there. And Eddie Guerrero and Aidan English. A weird last minute addition, but we got him anyway. So we got Davey Boy Smith Jr. and Davey Boy Smith, the British Bulldog. So I'm going to be a little bit absent in this first match, just so I can transfer the draw over onto the other page. Kerry and Fritz von Erich. Into there. Is all the audio and everything okay? Just to double check. Make sure everyone's happy before I go too far in. LA Park and Alhijo, LA Park. Going up against Curtis Axel, Mr. Perfect. We've got Road Dogg and Bob Armstrong. Going up against the Pillmans. We've got Kevin and Ross von Erich. Where are you, Kevin and Ross? There you are. Kevin and Ross von Erich. Up against Ted DiBiase and Jr. This should be an interesting one then. I'm a bit annoyed how Austin Gunn is so highly ranked though, to be honest. Don't know who created him that bloody high, but there you go. Jerry and Wes Briscoe. Against Jim Neidhart and Tyson Kidd. El Santo and Junior. Alhijo de la Santo, whatever his name is. Where is he? Where are you? There you are. You are going up against Chris and David Benoit. Dos Caras and Del Rio. Going up against Sika and Roman Reigns. Where is he? Sika and Roman Reigns. Tully, Blanchard and Daga going up against Randy and Bob Orton. We've got Arn and Brock versus Jerry Lawler and Grandmaster Sexay. So Arn and Brock Anderson, wherever they are. There they are, Arn and Brock Anderson. Going up against, I forgot what I said now, Jerry Lawler and his son. Brian Christopher. Match 13, Bray and IRS. Bray and IRS going up against the team of Taz and Hook. Taz and Hook. Dusty and Dustin versus Haku and Tama Tonga. Hey Mark. It has been a very long time, mate, yeah. I think it'd be pretty good, Mark, to be honest. I'd like to see them I'd like to see them merge together. I don't know if that's just me or not, but I'd like to see merge together where in the you can sort of control the universe mode a bit like a GM mode. That's what I would like to see. As there's a 619 there. Where's Dusty and Dustin? There we are, Dusty and Dustin. Going up against Haku and Tama Tonga. I'm just a bit annoyed we've still got to wait even bloody longer for it, haven't we? And Austin saves the day. Dark Lucha's in as well. Hi, mate. Sorry, I'm just writing all the matches down that I drew before we started, just so I don't lose track of who's facing who. So I do, but I'll be with you shortly. I've just got 3 more matches to write in. If you want to see the matches, they're in the link in the description down below. I'm doing the in different tabs just in case there's any spoilers of people behind. Tonga Kid and Jacob Fatu. Going up against The Rock and Rocky Johnson. It's a hell of a match, that one. Oh, the match is just finished. How's it finished? I weren't paying attention. Yeah, I think it would be good. I'd like to be able in the universe mode. I'd like to be able to decide where. Oh, I'd like to be able to decide where like cutscenes go and stuff like that. I think that'd be a really good way of doing it. Bloody Gun Club. The freaking Gun Club have gone through. Really? Well, yeah. It is what it is, isn't it, I suppose. Right. Yeah, I'd like to be able to like place my own cutscenes and build the feuds and stuff like that myself, rather than having to rely on the universe mode to randomize everything. But I mean, it's good to have it. I mean, having 2 different things means that I've got different things to record, I suppose. So that's happy enough for me, I suppose. Means I can con more views and more money out of you guys. You know how it is. Got to make sure I get that 15 pence a month in ad revenue. Right, next up then we have got Johnny Ace and Bryan Danielson going up against Aidan English and Eddie Guerrero. This is an in-laws first match, really, isn't it? Because obviously Johnny Ace, I believe, married the Bella's mother. And of course, Bryan Danielson is married to one of the Bellas himself, making Johnny Ace his father-in-law. And Aidan English married Charles Guerrero, Eddie Guerrero's daughter. Yeah, it's a bit weird, and I'm assuming they might have to really pad it for. We're either going to have to scan a lot more new NXT people, which is doable. They've still got the time, I suppose, or they're going to have to really pack it full of legends, or either that, or just have a smaller roster and give us 200 core slots. That works for me. I'll be happy with that. I'm hoping to get more core slots this year anyway, because I'm on PS5 now, so hopefully when the new one does come out I'll get more core slots anyway, I think. That's my hope anyway. How is everyone anyway, by the way? Enjoying your Friday night? Well, it's Friday night for me. I don't know, some of you guys are in America and that. It's early afternoon for you guys, isn't it? I mean, it's only 20 to 8 here, so it's not that late here, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, it could be the option, to be honest, Mark. If they haven't got enough people. I mean, there's loads of people they need to scan now, probably, because with NXT 2.0, there's a whole chunk of new people that have just debuted over the last couple of months or so. So there's a lot of people they probably do need to scan from NXT 2.0. But yeah, I think core slots are going to be... Yeah, they could be good. I mean, what is it that... have you heard of the virtual basement game that's coming out at some point in the near future? I think they've said the virtual basement game is going to have, like... Is it like 900 core slots? Something stupid like that? Let me have a quick look. Virtual... The game's actually got a name now, hasn't it? But the wrestling code, it's called. I'm sure they said it's like massive. Okay, it's not as many as I thought. It says no, it is. It's more. Yeah, 1,000 core slots. Yeah, so Virtual Basement's new game that's coming up, called The Wrestling Code, is going to have 1,000 core slots. They've said the reason they're doing that is because they don't plan on releasing the game annually. So they want to make it possible for you to basically fill up your own roster. That's sort of what they're saying, so yeah, it makes sense. It does make sense. But it makes you realise, I mean, if they've got the possibility to do that... I mean, one thing I'd love for them just to do on 2K22 is just to get rid of this stupid logo thing. Yeah, I mean, 1,000 core slots, I mean, it's got quite a... I think I've just closed it down now, haven't I? Yeah. It's got quite a big... the wrestling code. Okay, it's got quite a big roster already of like independent wrestlers. Let me have a quick look at the... Oh, there you go, this is their roster. It's quite a big roster, to be honest. Obviously all independent wrestlers. Dalton Castle, Eli Drake. I've got Eli Drake on there. Jeff Cobb's going to be on there. Marty the Moth Martinez. The full FBI stable from ECW's on there. Sex Ferguson's on there. Petey Williams, PJ Black, RVD. Trey Miguel, Tajiri, Zach Gowan, Zicky Dice. They've got loads of people on there, really. And that's not even the full roster yet. That's just the roster that's announced so far. They've got 121 on there already. So that's a hell of a roster size they've got. Plus 1,000 core slots. The good thing is the people that are actually on there are probably the ones that you're not gonna, are the ones that are going to find it more difficult to download. To be honest, that's pretty good. I didn't see who won this. Is Aidan English and Eddie Guerrero won this? No. Who did win it? Yes, they did. Okay. So already we've lost Rey and Dominic Mysterio and Daniel Bryanson, or Bryan Danielson even, and Johnny Ace. It's been an interesting setup so far. Of course, this will go towards our ranking system. So all these people will get singles ranking points, and then these teams will be created for tag team ranking points as well. But yeah, Eddie Guerrero and Aidan English do move on to the second round. We're going to randomly draw the second round again, so it doesn't necessarily mean they'll be faced off against the Guns, but we'll see what happens. So the third match in this one is Andrade and Ric Flair going up against Bobby Eaton and Bill Dundee. Be cool to have a game that's got Jeff Cobb on it. There's a wrestler called Ultimo Panda. Apparently there's more, they just haven't updated the page. The wrestling code, there we go. Well, there's nothing on their bloody website anyway, to be honest. It's literally just a video of the we've got Muhammad Hassan they've announced now as well. I mean, it's nobody massive, don't get me wrong, but it's a good, like, solid base roster that we can build off. Kurt Angle they've signed now as well. So Kurt Angle's going to be on there. Yeah, they've got the FBI from ECW, Little Guido and that sort of stuff. Enzo Amore has signed up recently. Leo Rush has signed up as well. Marty the Moth Martinez, who's doing motion capture stuff as well. That's pretty cool. It's possible, yeah. I mean, you'd use the wrestling code maybe more for your independent stuff, and then use your 2K22 for more your WWE stuff, I suppose. I mean, you could use, like I do on here, I've got different accounts set up on my PlayStation so I can switch between them. So that way I can, yeah, that way I can have different save files on there, for example. So that means that I can have two separate sets of 100 cores. That's always good if you can switch between them. As long as you don't want to do anything inter-branded, then you're fine then. So the winner of this tournament, or the winners of this tournament, should I say, will get a tag team championship match at some point in the future. I don't think any of these teams, I think, yeah. Actually, LA Park and his son are a tag team in real life. Dusty and Dustin were a tag team. Apart from that, I don't think any of the others really were. I might be completely wrong, but we'll see how things go. At the moment, it's Flair and Andrade who are in control of this one. God, I'm really enjoying my beer today. I don't know what it is, I really fancy the beer today. Luckily, I've got about 20 of them, so I'm happy enough. Hiya, Nautilus. Nah, so I think I'm going to have the normal episodes as recorded, and then for these sort of like shorter tournaments, we'll stream them live. So this is just the first round tonight, and then over the weekend we'll do another stream of the rest of it. If my maths have got me right, if my maths are correct, then this should be 16 matches in round 1, and then 16 matches for the rest of the rounds put together. And this is match number 3 of round 1. We've already seen Billy and Austin Gunn versus Ray and Dominic Mysterio, and Bryan Danielson and Johnny Ace versus Eddie Guerrero and Aidan English. This one is Ric Flair and Andrade up against Bill Dundee and Bobby Eaton. But yeah, we've got another Mayhem tomorrow, and then we've got a Throwdown on Sunday. They're already recorded. I've just got to edit them and get them uploaded tomorrow, which will be easy enough to do. So yeah, I can't guarantee I can do it every weekend, but when I have got a free weekend, we'll do some stuff like this. I've been working with Omega the other night actually, and we've put together another tournament we can do in the future, which is basically just utilising legends of wrestling essentially. We've got 32 of like the biggest legends in wrestling history. As referee can't see that Andrade is actually going for the pin here. Referee's too busy with the turnbuckle pad. They're talking about the Royal Rumble already. I suppose, yeah. It's not long away now, is it? When's NXT's pay-per-view? Is that this weekend? NXT, is it War Games? December the 5th. Yeah, it's Sunday night. Bloody Sunday night. And we'll do a whatchamacallit if you want on that then. What's the word I'm thinking of? Predictions in Discord we'll do for that one. It's really weird just to look at them. I mean, some of these wrestlers are so new in NXT at the moment that they haven't even got Wikipedia pages. Nice. Takedown there by Andrade on Bobby Eaton. Bill Dundee going for the power driver on Ric Flair. Omega, if he's still knocking around, is there did Bill Dundee and Ric Flair really cross paths, or were they different generations? I don't know that, to be honest. I feel like they're different generations, to be honest. But I may be completely wrong there. Who the hell is Grayson Waller? And Andrade and Flair get it. That's Bobby Eaton and Bill Dundee out the way. I did think that Andrade and Flair were probably going to be the favourites for this one for me. And they're proving me correct here at this point in time. There was that, I can't even, my brain's completely gone tonight. I don't know what it is. I'm trying to think of the words and they're just not coming to me. I need to go to bed, that's what it is, I'm tired. However, I'm still grinding on Battlefield after this, I think, for a bit. And there we go, that's the handshake between the two. Something we could have seen a bit more recently if if Ric Flair could refrain from just putting his cock in people's hands, I suppose. Right, that is the first 3 matches done, so I need to do work now, don't I? I need to set the next 3 matches up. Yeah, I feel like there probably were slightly different. I'm assuming Dundee was more early 80s, maybe? And Ric Flair came to prominence late 80s, so I'm assuming they probably wouldn't have matched up too much. I might be completely wrong, but... Right, the next 3 matches. First of all, we've got the team of and the British Bulldog with Davey Boy Smith Jr. going up against the team of Kerry Von Erich and Fritz Von Erich. Oh my god, well, looking at the ratings, I can see that one only going one way. So I'm not updating the rankings. I'm going to update all the rankings tomorrow or after this is finished, all in one go. Just because I feel like that might be a bit of a messy one, because I've got to create all these brand new tag teams. So I will get the rankings updated tomorrow. But it shouldn't be a massive issue. I mean, it's... Probably wouldn't even notice at this point, would you? LA Park and El Hijo... There he is, Hijo de la Park. Going up against the team of Curtis Axel and Mr. Perfect Kurt Hennig. Was Ric Flair? Oh, I've given him short then. I didn't think he really came into fruition until the late 80s. That's when I really not first heard about him, because I was only born late 80s, but that's when I first thought he was prevalent. But I suppose you don't really know much from the old days, because it wasn't telly, it was all like individual areas, wasn't it? It's difficult to really know what's what, isn't it, I suppose? Bullet Bob Armstrong and Road Dogg going up against Brian Pillman and Brian Pillman Jr. Okay, so they were in the same time frame. The time frames did overlap, but due to them being in different territories. Okay, that makes sense. Alright, there we go. Let's crack on with our second set of 3 matches. Skip through that. Alright, let's go. So we've got the British Bulldog and the British Bulldog's son versus Kerry Von Erich and Fritz Von Erich. The Von Erich family's actually got 2 teams in this. We've also got Kevin Von Erich and Ross Von Erich. Unrivaled. That's an interesting looking tag team. Led by Will Ospreay. So this one could go either way, to be honest. Really could go either way. Anyone got any favourites for this tournament they want to see win or they think's going to win? I'm still leaning towards Andrade and Ric Flair because I think they're 2 very capable wrestlers. But normally when I pick who I think's going to win, obviously they are nowhere near going to win. I mean, there's a few options. I mean, there's a few good ones on there. I mean, anybody could win, really. We know what this game's like. It don't help when people create wrestlers and they give them 100 bloody stats anyway, does it, really? Okay, that makes sense. I could just Google it, I suppose, couldn't I? Yeah, I should just Google it, shouldn't I, really? NWA 1983. I know. That's WWE 2K16. Someone's made that video, okay. The Wrestling Memoirs. He didn't like. Well, he didn't want to go to WWE because it was too political. No, I can't see anything. Yeah, I thought there was a match there on YouTube and it ended up being someone's 2K16. I can't moan because that's always what I try and do, isn't it, really? But apparently, Bill Dundee wrestled in 2019 was the last time he wrestled. Which is a bit mad, isn't it? Fritz and Kerry get the win. They move through. I think I have found... Yes. Okay. Okay, I have found one match. I found one match they were both in. From a company called... Is that the company? Okay, they were in one match together. For Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling and NWA Alliance. No, that's wrong, isn't it? Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling and NWA did a joint show in 1987. And as part of that, the main event was a bunkhouse stampede match in which both were involved. Chances are they never met each other in the match, I don't know, but because there was like 20 people in there. But yeah, there you go. I can. Good old cage match. Always gets you the answer, doesn't it? There you go. Always get the answer on cage match. So yeah, they were in the ring together once in their entire career. Was Paul Ellering wrestling in that one? Did Paul Ellering ever wrestle, or was he just always a manager? No, he was a singles wrestler as well, okay. Right, next up then we got La Parks, or Los Parks even, going up against the team of Curtis Axel and Mr. Perfect Kurt Hennig. Dusty Rhodes and Nikita Koloff versus Ric Flair and Tully Blanchard. Yeah, 1987, the 1st of January 1987 that was. Nobody's voted on it yet. But I love that website. That cage match website is so good. Yeah, never one-on-one. I mean, there's a good chance, like I said, that match, I don't know how that match worked, whether it was everyone in at once or whether it was... like a Royal Rumble, but there's a very good chance they never even touch each other in that bloody match anyway, to be honest. Yeah, that's the only time, according to Cage Match, anyway, that's the only time they're in the ring together. Yo, Joey! How you doing, my man? Back from our hard day's roofing. Bet the weather's crap for that now, isn't it? There's a big fucking crash in the Grand Prix practice. Oh my god. That looked brutal, that did. That's a big, big hit. Yeah, Charles Leclerc has just had a crash in practice in the Formula 1. He could hit that wall hard. Hey ho. He's alright. This will be an interesting one. I mean, I'm surprised with the people that are going out, but at the same time, I'm not surprised with the people that are staying in because, like I said, everyone in this tournament is pretty good. I don't think there's anybody I'd be annoyed if they won. I think, yeah, because this LA Park is the one here that's in the white and black. Is not the, or is he? We've done this before and I can't remember which way around it was now. So LA Park, that's currently in the ring, still wrestles in MLW with his sons. El Hijo de la Park, which is the one there in the red and black, and LA Park Jr. However, this LA Park was not... No, it was. This LA Park is La Parka from WCW. So this is the WCW La Parka, who currently wrestles at MLW, and this is his son. However, there is another LA Park who I think was a bigger name in Mexico even, and he was the one who passed away, I think, a couple of years ago. I think that's the case. Yeah, I think there's two LA Parks. I say, yeah, you've got... But yeah, this is the same one who played La Parka in WCW. Whereas I think the other LA Park is the one who spent more time in Mexico. Yeah, they confuse me. Yeah. That's the thing with Mexican wrestling. You get a lot of that, don't you? I think what they do is because everyone's under a mask and that sort of stuff, it's easy to replace somebody when they're injured or stuff like that. So I think they do end up with duplications sometimes. That's clothesline there by Mr. Perfect. Spectro. Yeah, it's the thing with Mexican wrestling, they have a lot of it, don't they? And you have a lot of son ofs, which is El Hijo. Well, I don't know if that's pronounced correctly or not, but El Hijo, or is it El Hijo? No. Is J silent in... I don't know, I'm thinking Spanish. El Hijo de la Park, the son of LA Park, basically. And you have El Hijo El Santo, the son of El Santo, and stuff like that. Right, so Curtis Axel and Mr. Perfect move on to the next round as LA Park and his son gone. Which surprised me, I thought they were going to do a bit better. But Curtis Axel's done pretty well here for himself. I didn't expect him to get far, but he has. Right, next up then we've got Bullet Bob Armstrong and the Road Dogg going up against Brian Pillman and Brian Pillman Jr. Brian Pillman Jr., one of the easiest ones to realise that he is his son. Let's get in there. Let's see how we get on. What are the next 3 then? So we've got... so next 3 we've got Kevin and Ross Von Erich versus Ted DiBiase and Jr. Gerald Briscoe and Wes Briscoe versus Jim Neidhart and Tyson Kidd. And El Santo and El Hijo de la Santo go up against Chris and David Benoit. Remember, all the winners will go into the draft or the draw to go into round 2. So the bunkhouse match is just a normal battle royal. Okay. So there's a chance that, yeah, they were in the ring together, but there's a chance they never touched anybody, each other at all. Oh. This is interesting. So, I'm assuming WWE have allowed this, but Walter has just been announced for a WXW event in Germany. His first one in years since he signed for WWE. That's interesting. It's their 21st anniversary show. I'd like to see the Pillmans do well, I must admit. I would like to see the Pillmans do well. Didn't Bullet Bob, now I might be completely wrong here, but for those of you who've got a better knowledge of Impact Wrestling than I have, did Road Dogg and Bullet Bob Armstrong win the Tag Team Championships of Impact? I seem to vaguely remember a storyline where Road Dogg won an opportunity to fight for the Tag Team Championships with anybody, and Billy Gunn was convinced that he was going to ask him, but instead Road Dogg brought his dad in. Let me just double check. Bullet Bob Armstrong Wikipedia. Yes, I am correct. Well, I'm half correct. I think. Yeah, I'm half correct. They did work as a tag team in Impact. However, they did not win the Tag Team Championships. And they wrestled for them against All Odds with... No, maybe not. Hang on a second. Yeah, that's the right one, yeah. Sorry, I'm just reading at the moment. There we go, yeah. On January 2018-2008 episode of Impact, BG chose Armstrong as his tag team partner in the Feast or Fight title shot. The two lost the championship match. This was his final appearance on TNA. So it was true then. Did I just miss a double crossbody? Because that was amazing. If that was just a double... I'm going to have to look back at the stream in a second, but if that was a double crossbody, that would have been incredible. I just literally saw it at the corner of my eye while I was reading Wikipedia. I should be paying more attention, really, shouldn't I? But it's going to be in it. No. Oh, it was a crossbody and a clothesline. That's a shame. If that was a double crossbody, that would have been incredible. But either way, the Pillmans go through, which I'm happy. I say I like the Pillmans. I want to see them do well in this. And they have done well, knocking out Road Dogg and Bullet Bob Armstrong in the first round. So that was match 6, wasn't it? So we've got to do 3 more matches now. Right, so we've done 6 out of 16. 10 matches remain. Right. Well, Lacey, nobody wants you to talk on a microphone, love. Nobody. Alright. Is that going to clear it? It has, yeah. Okay, good. Right, next up then, we have got Kevin Von Erich with Ross Von Erich. We've got Ted DiBiase with Ted DiBiase Jr. Hi, Mohammed. We are... Oh, is it still bloody Battleful? For God's sake. We are 6 matches in. We've got 10 left, so you're not missed too much. I can go through for you now, or you can watch it back. It's up to you. Joey, there's 32 teams in the tournament. We're doing all 16 first round matches today. And then at some point over the weekend, we will do the rest of it. Gerald and Wes Briscoe. That is a very optimistic rankings for Wes Briscoe. But at least with the introduction of Wes Briscoe, we have another jobber we can use. Tyson Kidd. Okay. That'll be fine. Bugger it. Bugger it all. And then we've got... it's up to you, mate. If you don't want to watch it back, I can tell you now. I just don't, if you are going to watch it back, I don't want to spoil it for you, but... I can tell you, I've got no problem. I'm not trying to force you into watching more. El Santo, there he is. I'm not going to be able to tell them two buggers apart, am I? And they're up against Chris Benoit and David Benoit. Boom. I'm going to do more Battlefield after this. I really want to get to level 60. I'm so close. Well, I'm just about to hit level 58 on there now, so I want to get to level 60. Right, there we go. Right, Jerry, I don't know if you're watching on a computer or phone or whatever it is, but there is a link in the description to the actual tournament page, and there's a list of all the teams that are in there. So yeah, it's up to you if you want to do it that way, or... I might actually change this slightly and do... Okay, let's do... Let me move this into here. So... And that. And that, okay. I'll do that as well. Sorry, I'm just talking to myself, I do apologise. It's the only time I get sent sometimes, I just apologise. Right. So I'm just playing with the spreadsheet, that's why I'm faffing. You know what I'm like with my spreadsheets. Let's grab all of you and move you down to there. And then clear all of that. And that. And do that. Right, so we've got David Von Erich and... no, sorry, not David, sorry, Ross Von Erich and his father Kevin Von Erich going up against Ted DiBiase and Ted DiBiase Jr. There we go. So I'm just faffing, I do apologise, we'll be soon. Okay, it's looking better. It's looking better now. Looking better. There we go. I did look at it. I googled Iron Sheik to see what his family was, and I was tempted to put the Golden Sheik down as the Iron Sheik's son. I did in the end, but we need to use him right. You need to suggest some more matches for them, mate, in the random match screen. But yeah, I was considering it. I was looking to. Because I struggled, because you guys come up with some fantastic suggestions, but there was a few I wasn't able to get core-wise, so I had to bring some last-minute ones in, hence why we've got people like Jerry Briscoe and Wes Briscoe. That was a last-minute one. Ross and Kevin I just did myself a minute ago as well before we started. Seeker and Roman Reigns was another one I put in just as we go again. Taz and Hook was another one. Because there was quite a few I just really struggled with. Yeah, we'll get him, squeeze him in a bit more. I don't think he's scheduled anywhere at the moment. For a bit, if I have a look. Yeah, so look, I've still got the battlefield description below, but I've got okay, the battlefield description is below, but the top line description is the correct spreadsheet for this tournament. So if you do want to have a look and see who's involved in that sort of stuff, there's no spoilers in there at the moment. I cleared that tab down again today. And I've actually gone through the actual list now, and I've set them. I put an extra column in to split them between like men's singles, women's singles, so I can sort of do them a bit better. Got one of your matches on Sunday, Mohammed. One of your matches is on tag team number one contendership match. You suggested Midnight Express versus Rock and Roll Express versus Road Warriors versus Brainbusters. Did you suggest that? It's got your name next to it, but it feels like a very Omega match, that one, to be honest, but it's got your name next to it. There is the sleeper hold there by Ted DiBiase Jr. That's his finisher manoeuvre, but not enough. Omega's helped me out though, because some of those people that you suggested haven't had a single match yet, so that's pretty cool to give them an opportunity. Well, that's a disqualification. The Von Erichs have gone through because Ted DiBiase just low-blowed Ross Von Erich. What? Well, okay. There we go. Ross and David Von Erich, Ross and Kevin Von Erich go through then. Yeah, that one's on Sunday. We're using that as our number one contendership for the tag team championships. So the winners of that one will get the match against the Brothers of Destruction at the pay-per-view. I plan the pay-per-view to be, let me look at my schedule. I think I've got it basically Christmas Day, Boxing Day, and the days either side. Yeah, Christmas Day, Boxing Day, and then there's a couple beforehand. And there's also going to go straight into New Year's resolution afterwards as well. And Joan of Arc starts tomorrow as well. I'm all over it now. Gerald and Wes Briscoe versus Jim Neidhart and Tyson Kidd. I can just imagine now, obviously Ted DiBiase's gone back to the gorilla position. Where's that referee? He's trying to fuck on me. He's not happy, old Ted DiBiase Jr. I've got to do some more recordings tomorrow, I think. Oh yeah, it is weird. I mean, it's I think the Von Erichs were pretty famous for it, I think. A lot of the Von Erichs were barefooted, weren't they? Forgive me if I'm wrong, I might be able to answer this question. Was Kerry Von Erich used to be barefoot a lot, wasn't it? Until he had did he have a bad motorcycle accident to the point where he started wearing boots just to hide the fact that his foot was being held on by a thread or something stupid like that. I'm sure that was brought up in the Dark Side of the Ring episode or something like that, I think. We've got a long time to catch up, yeah. Yeah, I've scheduled that in as well, Mohammed. I've put it in for, where is it? That is on... That's probably going to be next weekend. That one comes in, I think. I've tried to utilise as many people's matches as possible, I think. I've really tried to vary as much as I can as well. Trying to vary like who was involved and try and vary who suggested what and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, I think that was something like that. I think he had a bad... Yeah, he fell off his bike and hurt his leg or something like that. And then Wes Briscoe trying to roll up Jim Neidhart. Yeah, I like Omega's wins. You must spend so long doing it though. Oh, bloody Yokozuna just sat there eating and eating and eating more and more and more. Yeah, so I've now organised the random match screen by type of match as well. So I've got men's singles, women tag, men's tag, and jobber matches. So if I'm writing a card, I know roughly what I'm looking for. If I want to add a tag team match to the card or something like that. And Wes Briscoe has got the win. Wow, okay. I didn't even thought about Wes Briscoe. I did think about who was his partner in Impact? Jared Bischoff. Another random one, wasn't it? I'll probably jump on, but the cat's asleep on it. Exactly, Nautilus. I completely forgot about it. We crowned him as the United States champion. He got crowned as United States champion back on the July the 4th special, Independence Day special, and then just completely forgot about it. I didn't put it on the bloody spreadsheet, but just forgot about it. So it wasn't until Mohammed mentioned it the other day I thought, bloody hell, he's right. So yeah, Yokozuna's just been champion now for about 5 months and no one's even noticed. You right, Tom? No, I think he had... I'll have to have a look on Wikipedia in a second, so I'll just put my jumper on. Oh, he definitely is, yeah. Kerry Von Erich. Yeah, something to do. He had a motorbike accident and buggered his ankle. There we go. On June the 4th, 1986, Kerry Von Erich was involved in a motorcycle accident that nearly ended his life. He suffered a dislocated hip and a badly injured right leg. Doctors were unable to save his right foot, eventually amputating it. According to his brother Kevin, Kerry injured his foot following surgery by attempting to walk on it prematurely, thus forcing the doctors to amputate it. He continued to wrestle after the accident with a prosthesis and kept the amputation a secret. Okay. I was wrong then, yeah. He had his foot amputated. So yeah, he had his foot amputated and had a prosthetic in there without telling anybody. So this is El Santo and El Hijo El Santo versus Chris and David Benoit. I don't know which El Santo... Let me have a look. Okay, Shiny El Santo... Glittery El Santo's the original one. Yeah, what a life Yokozuna's had. Yeah, it's actually a really good one as well, isn't it? It surprised me how good it was. I spotted it ages ago, but I've never really had a reason to use it. I was considering doing some sort of like new version of like a, I don't know, like a second generation, like a legacy sort of thing, but having like Davey Boy Smith Jr. and David Benoit and Pillman Jr. and Ted DiBiase Jr. people like that maybe. But yeah, this is the first time it's ever been used, to be honest. Here's something I never knew. Apparently, Kerry Von Erich was tag team champ with the NWA tag team champion 3 times with Bruiser Brody. Didn't know Bruiser Brody was that much into tagging with old Kerry Von Erich. Yeah, that's it. David Redacted. Good old David Redacted. Yeah. They had several tag team runs with Kerry Von Erich by the looks of it. Good old Team Redacted. That could be just what they're called now. Good old Team Redacted. Fritz and Waldo. Good old Fritz and Waldo. Is that going to be I was going to say, is Chris Benoit going to tap to the bloody the crossface there for a second? There's a camel clutch, still not enough. But it seemed... Oh, it is enough. Okay, my bad. I didn't see him tap, but he did tap. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I've seen it's been mentioned a few times. The thing is, he's just always going to be known as Chris Benoit's son. That's the problem, isn't it, really? Well, for him it's the problem anyway. There we go. The serial... Well, David hasn't done anything yet, bless him. He hasn't done anything yet. I mean, I'm not saying he won't do anything, but he's not quite got there yet. You know, we could team Benoit with. Oh no, it's not a serial, is it? I'm trying to think of other serial ones now. Oh, that was at the end of those 3 again, bloody hell. That whizzed through, didn't it? Right, next 3 then. Right, we have got... Dos Caras and El Pate Al Patron. Go on, this is a big match, this one, actually. A very big match, going up against Sika and Roman Reigns. Okey-doke. That's true, yeah. He's got no chance of signing with WWE. I think AEW is a possibility, because AEW do seem to lean quite into Dark Side of the Ring every now and again. And to be honest, his part of Dark Side of the Ring was quite a sweet moment for him, wasn't it? He finally got to meet the rest of his family he hadn't seen for years because of everything that had happened. I really should have sorted out some of these ratings before we started this, shouldn't I, really? But I'm not going to go around and sort them all out now. Yeah. No, in WWE, they'll do like a real dick move and they'll just call him like David Sullivan. Yeah, they'll just call him David Sullivan. And just pretend that Kevin Sullivan was his dad all along. Arn Anderson and Brock Anderson up against... I mean, this should be an interesting one, actually. Jerry Lawler and Brian Christopher. My name is David Sullivan. Yeah, Darga, it's a bit of a piss take, that one, isn't it? I might have to bring that down a little bit. Darga is married to Tessa Blanchard, so he is Tully's son-in-law. He was at Impact for a while, I think, when Tessa was there, but they both left Impact together. And they're both trained everywhere together now. They've trained at WWE together, they've trained at AEW together, they've trained everywhere together. 83 would be a bit more realistic. There we go. And go. Oh, he's in MLW now, is he? Right, I'm just going to grab another beer and I should be back. Oh, do you not? Is that me or is that you? No, I don't have it either. I've only got 720p. Let me have a goosey gander. The settings, I don't know if I can change the settings midstream actually. I'm using a different streaming program than normal. I normally go direct from OBS, but this time I'm having to go through Streamlabs because OBS wasn't working. Maybe I shouldn't change it, to be honest. Yeah, I tried to watch MLW from the beginning. However, it's just too much to catch up with. But I have been watching it more recent now. It's on every Thursday night. It's an hour-long show on YouTube. I've watched the last 3 weeks in a row and the War Chamber. But I do need to still watch this week's. This week's, I think, was a bigger one because they had, what did they do? Davey Richards versus somebody, TJ Perkins, in some sort of cup final. Something like that. But the fact that it's on YouTube just makes it quite easy to keep up with, doesn't it, really? I mean, if you want to go a bit earlier on, as in one of the first few episodes of MLW, there's a really good match between Phoenix and Pentagon. So it's an interesting one. Yeah, I didn't realise that Dos Caras, Alberto Del Rio's father, just basically looked like a generic luchador. You know, if you were taking the mick and you were trying to find like a Mexican wrestler, that is the guy you would find. For an hour and a half now, we've got 7 matches, including this one left. So we are... Oh, we're halfway through. We're over halfway through now, then. Yeah, MLW's been quite good. It looks like at the moment they are potentially turning Jacob Fatu face, which would be interesting. That's what it's looking like anyway, but I don't really know. I'd like to see MLW work with AEW, to be honest. That's a forbidden door I would like to see opened, and they are... I'll say they are, but MLW are using some of AEW's wrestlers. For example, Bobby Fischer's working there. Oh, you got your tickets, have you? Oh, I'm well jealous of that one, mate. That's going to be great. Ah, is he really? I did not know that. There's a couple of the Mexican ones I really struggle with. It was you who made those suggestions, was it, Nautilius? I can't remember who made them now, because I just moved them all to a separate spreadsheet. But there was it like Mascara Año 2000? I think I couldn't get that one. There was another... Oh, Dr. Wagner. I got Dr. Wagner Jr., but there wasn't a senior. And I tried to have a look at, like, fudging one, but it just wouldn't have looked very good. Oh, it's Rampage tonight, isn't it? It's Rampage. So I'm just following someone who's at the... maybe that's another time we can do at some point. We can do Brothers. A Brothers tag team episode. That's got to be handball. So I'm just looking at... I follow a guy on Twitter who's a wrestling photographer, and he's at the Dark taping tonight. I'm just having a look and see if there's anybody on there any interest. Team Taz, Fuego del Sol, Sean Spears and Wardlow. Anthony Ogogo's back. Riho. Roman Reigns and Sika have the win. I'm happy about that, to be honest. Leo Rush. Oh, Brandy Rhodes has returned to in-ring wrestling. Lee Moriarty. Okay, nothing else in there. Cody's there, which means that his injury isn't too bad then. Yeah. Yeah, I don't understand why he's got that then. So, yeah, no, so that's a different person. That was it. I figured this out earlier. So, because I don't know, some of you guys might know Spanish better than me, but as far as I'm aware, Hijo del means son of. So there's Dr. Wagner, there's Dr. Wagner Jr., and now there's Hijo del Dr. Wagner Jr. That's the 3 generations. As far as I believe, that's what I sort of figured out earlier. Whether I'm right on that, I don't know. Because I spent about 2.5 hours setting this up, getting all the people downloaded and that sort of stuff. But that's sort of what I got to, I think. Because that's where you get lots of the Hijos. So we had Del Hijo LA Park earlier, the son of LA Park. We had Hijo del El Santo, the son of El Santo. Yeah, it's a mad one. So here we have Daga and Tully Blanchard versus Cowboy Bob Orton and Hijo del Orton. It's been a interesting one. I was supposed to change Bob Anderson. I forgot to do it now. Bullet Bob Armstrong, sorry, not Bob Anderson. Because he was so pale, I was supposed to make him a little bit more A little bit less dead looking. Nice submission there, locked in by Daga. Right, this guy's doing some... This guy's doing a universe mode, but he's doing it on... Oh, that's interesting. He is German though. I don't know why that makes a difference, but there you go. Bob Alton was a junior. Was he really? Ah. So we could have done Cowboy Bob and Cowboy Bob. A couple of Bobs. Got a couple of Bob. Right, so 6 matches remaining. We've got this one, then we've got Arn and Brock Anderson versus Jerry Lawler and Grandmaster Sexay. The Fiend, Bray Wyatt and IRS versus Taz and Hook. Dusty Rhodes and Dustin Rhodes versus Haku and Tama Tonga. The Tonga Kid and Jacob Fatu versus The Rock and Rocky Johnson. And Rick Steiner with Beaker, whatever his name is, from Sesame Street, going up against Rikishi and Jey Uso. That's what we've got left. Yeah, I'm following that now, Joey, as well, by the way, that company. They've got some good looking matches on that card, actually. Daga's dropkick was slapped away there by Cowboy Bob Orton. Nice stiff shoulder block. Knocking him out the place. It's a pretty even match, this one, so far. As Cowboy Bob goes in for the pin on Daga. It's a 2 count, but it was close, though. It were definitely close. Yeah, Mohammed, then I'm starting the Age of Empires. Joan of Arc starts tomorrow. It's just taking a lot longer, because every scenario takes like an hour now. Whereas the William Wallace one was quite quick, so I hope you're ready for some very long videos. Because I've not cut it or anything, because I'm far too lazy. So you're getting the full raw footage of me basically just swearing and arguing with the computer and my mouse all the time. While doing a really dodgy French accent. And there's the win. Cowboy Bob and Randy move through to the next round. Tully, Blanchard and Daga are eliminated. I'm not sure if I'm going to have to stop the accents on that. I don't know, it seems like there might come a point where I might become offensive, I don't know. I mean, doing a Scottish accent and a French accent is one thing, but I don't know if I start doing like an African accent, whether that might go down, I don't know. People just seem to get more angry when it's stuff like that, I don't know why, but... Right, then we move on to the next one. So Tully's out. Let's see if Arn Anderson can make his way through with his son Brock. Not many options for a Brock Anderson core, but we got one in the end. Oh, you fight! It's so different, Joey. It's mad to think, but just being there live is so different. Obviously, you've got no commentary, obviously, but just the noise of the strikes and that. I don't know. Have you got like specific seats booked, or is it? Because I used to always book front row. I actually got hit by... what was the match? There was a triple threat hardcore match. It was Rich Swann, El Ligero, and Ricochet. No, it was a fatal... No, what was it? No. No, Rich Swann wasn't in that match, sorry. No, it was Ricochet, El Ligero, and David Rich... yeah, let's start that again. Ricochet, El Ligero, and Tommy End. And at one point, Tommy End smashed a... like a dustpan and brush. I don't know if it's called something different in America, I don't know. But a little handheld dustpan and brush that you sweep up the floors with. He smashed one of those over Ricochet's head, and it literally, I was stood right behind him, and I got all the shards all over me. That was a good one, that was. I think I went to every single indie show they did in the space of like 2 years. And Tommy End was on every single card, and he was undefeated in every single card. He used to wrestle singles matches, and then he used to also wrestle tag team matches as well on the same card. So they're really getting his money worth out of him. God, Omega's going further and further back in history, you know. Which I do like. Yeah, that's what I couldn't find Omega as well, was Dory Funk Sr. Gotta love Tommy's End. My brain is not working. I don't know what it is. My brain is really not working today. I mean, I can't be worn out from work because I literally did fuck all today. I literally got to work an hour and a half late. I took everyone's order and went to the burger van and got some food. I came back and ate it, and then I sat there watching YouTube for about 4 hours and went home. So I've had a very busy day, of course. Good old Tommy End. There's a big spine buster by Arn Anderson on Jerry Lawler, and that could actually be enough as Brock Anderson... Nope. Brock is somebody we could possibly job out a little bit as well. Not majorly, but... How did Gibb make his announcement yesterday? Danielson... Where is it, Gibb? Danielson Gibb. That's it, isn't it? Is it Big Gibber? Big Gibber! What's his fucking page then? I just want to double check because I'm sure he said he was doing another YouTube boxing thing the other day, and he said it was going to be announced today. That Big Gibber. Anissa. Oh, I'm lost. I can't find him. I don't like it when people's Twitter page is not their name. Because it's so fucking difficult to find anything. Oh, that's just nudity. Gibb. Does he not exist? Has he been banned or something? Oh, I spelt his name wrong. That probably didn't help, does it? Why did none of his own videos come up when you search his name? Son. There he is. He hasn't even fucking announced it. Well, that's fucking annoying, isn't it? Announcement made 2nd of December. I don't know then, I've got no idea. I do. Have you got Farming Sim, have you, Tom? Where am I? Steam. Actually, I probably don't want to download it now because it's going to mess with the stream, innit? But I think I did download the Sea of Thieves update the other day, unless it's another one. Could be another one. I'm sure you can do, well, you could do multiplayer in last year's game, because I used to watch a guy called Sips, and he would do like a 16-player multiplayer server, and he'd literally just drive around while all of his bitches did the work for him. What we got? No, I haven't downloaded it yet. Okay. Okay. How much is it this year? So I've already spent quite a bit on the Black Friday sale, but oh, it's not too bad. It's only 35. What's the 1 year bundle? What'd you get in that? New vehicles, new map. Oh god. I'll give it a go, mate, if you fancy it. It is literally just driving a farm. It's basically driving a tractor around the place, isn't it? I don't know if you can hire people, because I know in like single player, you can hire NPCs to do stuff for you, can't you? I don't know if you can do that on multiplayer, but that is co-op still. Okay, that's cool. Apparently, I didn't notice this till the other day as well. Age of Empires 2, they've now got, they're trialling co-op campaigns. So you work together to complete campaigns. I don't know how it works, but Brock Anderson wipes out the legs of Jerry Lawler, and that's the Andersons through. It was a big match, that was. How is there already DLC for it? There's already DLC for Farming Sim. It only came out a couple of days ago, didn't it? Yeah, if you get the season pass, it gives you all the DLC. Literally, there's already stuff out. Is it like cheats? Is it like to buy stuff to get early? Yeah, it's a little bit cheaty, isn't it? That's a bit cheaty, isn't it, really? So basically you can buy a tractor and it gives you it straight away in the game, but it's a lot higher than the tractors you can already afford in the game. And you can get a truck. Purchase the DLC and the truck will be available in your store after a restart. No need to enter any product codes or anything like that. Is it free then? Oh, God knows. That's mad, really. I don't know. They've really made it like pay to win. Which I don't mind, to be honest. Yeah, it's for 35 quid for the base game. What are we doing now then? So the Fiend... Is it the Fiend? Where is he? We have got him, haven't we? I seem to have missed the Fiend as a download. Okay. Let's go and get him. I bet I have got it. I think it's one. I think I might have had this issue before. I think it's got like a weird name. Is that the case? Yeah. Oh, it's just down as Bray Wyatt. That's why. Okay. So I didn't mess it up. Right. Bray Wyatt and IRS versus Tayas. And what stats are they given to Hook? This will be interesting. 84. How good is that Hook core, though? I mean, the guy's never wrestled before, and it's such a good core. Right, next up we've got the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Dusty Rhodes and Dustin Rhodes going up against Haku. Like Bullet Club Haku or something, is it? Yeah, Bullet Club Haku and Tama Tonga. Yeah. Yeah, Bray and Bo are IRS's sons, yeah. And we've got the Tonga Kid with Jacob Fatu up against Rocky Johnson and, of course, the man himself. Oh, we could have used Triple H and Vince McMahon, couldn't we, really? Right, there we go. Another one. There we go. So there's only 4 matches left. This is 3 of them, and then the last one is Rick Steiner and Bron Breakker, whatever. I don't know how to pronounce his name, to be honest, up against Rikishi and Jey Uso. Yeah, I can do that, yeah. Yeah, I can have a look if you want. There's a King of Retail update. There's a Valheim update. I didn't play Valheim in ages. When we lost our gear, it's just so difficult to get everything back, and that's the problem. You haven't got Factorio, have you, Tom? I know I probably asked that question like 8 times in the past, haven't I? I just keep forgetting about it. Oh. Here we go. When Bonte Martin's brother's back, Darius. Can't be too far away now. I haven't played it properly yet, Tom, to be honest. It looks like a really good game. When I've watched other people play it, it's one of those sort of games where you have an objective at the end, but to do that you've got to do this, and to do that you've got to do this and this, and then to do that you've got to do this, this and this. And it's one of those sort of, it's like a logistics manager they call it, because it's really like over the top. Like to build the spaceship to get off the planet, you need like hundreds and hundreds of like copper plates, but you automate everything. It's a bit. It is Satisfactory, but like a 2D version of Satisfactory. It looks like a really cool game, but I've never actually played it properly yet. But that's multiplayer as well. But it's good the fact that it is quite basic, because it means it's very moddable. And there are a lot of mods for it now. Whoa. There's some cracking matches on there. Oh, Omega, just in case you are think they're suggesting it, I was trying to find Bruno Sammartino's son, but no one's created him. Yeah, because he was tag team champions with his son at one point. But yeah, I couldn't find him, so yeah, you can have to avoid him. And Stu Hart wasn't on there either. Bruce Hart's on there, but no Stu. I'm liking Hook, he's doing pretty well, isn't he? Strike right in the face. That's T-bone suplex by Taz. I never even thought of that, Tom, but now you mention it, yeah. He's a Husky Harris, he is. What a Husky Harris. I didn't think of that, but now you mention it. It looks like there's a Sea of Thieves new season's just started yesterday by the looks of it, Tom. Sea of Thieves Season 5. Right, it's 40% off at the moment as well. It's only £21. And there we go, a win for Bray Wyatt and IRS. Hook and Taz are out. I think if we did it again, though, Tom, we should probably focus on the, was it the deeds, the special missions, rather than just going around doing everything else? Okay, so that's a win for IRS and The Fiend. Bray Wyatt needed that because he's not been doing too well in the rankings, and these are 3 points for him, I suppose, aren't they, when you think about it? Remember, all these people are going to be getting points in the ranking system, so it's doing well. We can add a few new people now as well then, can't we? Undertaker versus Ted DiBiase. Mega, was Bruno Sammartino and Antonio Rocca an actual tag team back in the day? Or have you just put them together for that match? I don't know if they were actually a tag team at some point. What a Haku with a big... How big Haku's head is. It's massive. Yeah, because I think they're probably the bits they've spent the most time doing, Tom, aren't they, I suppose, those deeds and that sort of stuff, so they're a bit more interesting to do, I suppose. Plus there's lots of achievements in that ornament there. I mean, I'm easy either way, but makes sense, I suppose, doesn't it? Get them out of the way. It's the main storyline, I suppose, isn't it? Shame we can't find another couple of people to fill the photo. Unless anybody else in the chat, by the way, if you're here. What have we got at the moment? We've got 7 people currently watching. Anybody else apart from Tom have Sea of Thieves? I think it can be on the Xbox, doesn't have to be on the PC. It's cross-platform. But we need a couple of extra scurvy sea dogs to help out at some point. Being here by Tama Tonga on Dusty Rhodes. Dusty Rhodes. That's pretty cool. That could be a very effective tag team. That could be a very effective tag team then too. Jab in the face, boot in the back of the leg. Okay, it's an interesting one. Apparently, the Briscoe brothers have called out FTR on Twitter. I'm still not sure that that's ever going to happen, to be honest. For me, I just don't think that AEW would bring the Briscoes in, considering that they spoke about at the beginning being very... they spoke at the beginning about being very like open to all different genders and sexualities and stuff like that. To bring in the Briscoes, who have been openly homophobic in the past, might not go down too well, I don't know. I mean, I've always said I don't really care, to be honest. I don't watch them because of what they tweet on Twitter. I watch them because of how good they are in the ring, but that's just me, I suppose. Tonga taking Dustin up top. I was not paying attention then. I was literally looking at the other screen. I didn't see who won. I've done that a few times tonight already. Oh, the controller died. There you go. So Haku and Tama Tonga win. Out go Dusty and Dustin. But Haku's doing well in this universe mode, doesn't he? Oh, that's cool, Tom. Apparently on... is that this one? That was back in June. Okay. Back in June, you could do missions with Captain Jack Sparrow. It's different now, then, is it? Rodinora. Right. Here we go. Jacob Fatu and his father, the Tonga Kid, going up against The Rock and Rocky Johnson. Got to fancy The Rock and Rocky Johnson as favourites to win this as well, haven't you, really? They've got to be some of the favourites, I would imagine. So Jacob Fatu's having a tough time. If he gets knocked out first round, he's going to be dropping to -4. I was going to say something then, but I just realised I haven't actually uploaded the episodes yet. Well, Jacob Fatu does have a match on tomorrow's episode of Mayhem, by the way. He will be going up against Roman Reigns. I can tell you tomorrow's card if you want. So we've got on Mayhem that'll be uploaded tomorrow night. We've got the Glamazons versus Charlotte and Tessa Blanchard in a women's #1 contendership match. Sexy Star versus Thunder Rosa. And we have Jacob Fatu versus Roman Reigns. Does that mean that's finished now then, Tom? I don't know how it works with that game, to be honest. Is it like you have to do it now or you don't do it at all sort of thing? It's a shame. I'd like to do that, to be honest. But... There's Dragon screwed there by The Rock, who's managed to take a bit of time away from trying to find a golden egg to come and help us out here, right? It's a pirate's life for me. He could have gone either way. I feel like there's The Rock with the rock bottom. Rocky Johnson's taking Jacob Fatu. This could be the end here. The Rock with a rock bottom on the Tonga Kid, and that is enough. And they made it look easy, didn't they, really? The Rock and Rocky Johnson get the win. And we have one match remaining. One match. Whoa. One match remaining. One match. And that one match remaining is going to be the debut of the weird looking geezer, Rick Steiner, with Bron Breakker going up against Ricochet. Where is he? There he is. And Jey Uso. Boom. I think so. I think they are both from the same family, though, I think they're both linked somewhat. I think, anyway. The family's confusing. Anoye family. Yeah, so I mean, I don't know if I understand this correctly or not, but if I do understand this correctly, then Roman Reigns and Yokozuna are cousins. Then again, they're all fucking cousins, aren't they? It don't really narrows it down much, does it, really? We could have done Yokozuna with Gary Albright. No, it doesn't work actually, no. It would have been Afa. So yeah, so Roman Reigns... Okay. So I'm just trying to understand this bloody thing. So yeah, they are all in the same family. Okay, so the Rock's part is slightly separated. It's bloody confusing. It is bloody confusing. I'll link it down there. So yeah, it looks like there's two... Well, there's 3 different sets, is there? No. Okay, so these are the grandparents. Okay. So Jacob Fatu's grandparents were brother and sister with Roman Reigns' parents. I think that's how it works. And the Rock's... So the Rock's grandparents were... Not brother and sister of, obviously, that doesn't make sense, but... yeah. Yeah, the Rock's grandparents were related to Jacob Fatu's grandparents, for example, so that's how... It's confusing, yeah. I don't understand the family tree very well, to be honest. So Jacob Fatu is cousins with the Usos. And of course Solo Sikoa, the new guy from NXT. Jacob Fatu's uncles are... Well, Jacob Fatu's dad is one we saw earlier, Tonga Kid. His uncles are Umaga and Rikishi. He's cousins with the with the Usos. So yeah, I think if I'm reading this family tree correct, it means that Roman Reigns and Yokozuna are cousins. I believe. Roman Reigns and Rosie are brothers. So Rosie from Rosie and Jamal are brothers. Yeah, and they're both cousins with Yokozuna. When the first time someone told me, oh my god, look at Bron Breakker. The first time someone told me that that Yokozuna was actually part of that family, I was like, nah, you're pulling my leg. That makes no sense whatsoever. But apparently it's real. I did not realise at that point in time that that was the case. Shawn Maluta was also part of the family at some point. And there we go, Rick Steiner and Bron Breakker, the final team to go through. Right. So there we go. We have our 16 teams that have qualified through for the second round. Of course, we'll put them on the wheel and we will we'll draw them out for the second round next time round. See, we did 16 matches this time round, so we should do 16 matches next time round, which should do the rest of the tournament. So 16 first round, 8 second round, 4 third round, 2 semis, 1 final. That's not right then, is it? 8, 4... It's 17 matches next time. That's fine. We'll have an extra match next time. But there we go. It's only taken us 2.25 hours to do the 16 matches. It's not bad. Say I'll sort all the ranking system out over the next day or two before we stream this again. Probably do it Sunday night, I think. Well, Sunday night for me, so probably the same time as what this one started for you guys, wherever you are around the world. But I think we're going to leave it there for now. So hopefully you've enjoyed. I don't know what I'm doing now, to be honest. I might... I'll see what's going on. I don't know. Are you up to anything? Do you want to do anything, Tom? Or should I play a bit of Battlefield? Or I'm happy either way. It's a bit late to try too much, isn't it, I suppose? Of course, if you want to check out the tournament so far, the matches are in the link in the description down below. And I'll be updating that with the rest of the matches moving forward as well. So I can copy this across. Let me just do that now before I forget. So copy and paste that there. Delete that column. Stretch that one. And delete all of those. Boom. 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 So I'm just sorting out the spreadsheet in the background. I do apologise. There we go. Lovely. All nice and sorted. There we go. So I'm going to leave you. And I'll see you again soon. Good night.